Welcome to The Clopen Effect, a retail podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us today. I'm your host, Meredith.
And I'm your host, Cass.
Let's have some fun.
Good karma.
Yes.
Good vibes
all
only.
Good. Good vibes only. It's been a weird day.
This is the good vibes only episode.
Has anyone else had a weird day? Well, if you're listening to us early Friday morning, your day probably hasn't started yet. And quite a few people download us before noon. So maybe your day isn't weird yet, but hopefully it's Friday and you're ready to do a little celebrating for any reason.
I hope y'all have a non-weird day today.
Yeah, today's Tuesday and we're recording. I absolutely had a weird day.
Yeah.
My credit card was stolen.
Oh, God, I forgot about that. I already forgot about that.
So I have a habit, because I travel so much, of paying my credit card like almost every week. Like I just want to pay it off. Well, first, I don't like any interest on it. I have zero interest. The credit card companies probably hate me. They're not making any money off of me.
They hate you.
But I went to go look, and it was like DoorDash to Jersey Mike's, $200 to something.
Oh my gosh.
So, and I was actually thinking maybe it was something for Steven.
Yeah.
Because it looked like it was some kind of audio thing. But then I started looking. I'm like, And then it was just like $1 to something.
Because they were checking it.
I think they were checking to see if it was worth. So, and then I'm trying to figure out, where was I that someone would have taken it? You know, that they would have taken. But I guess it could be anywhere, right? It could be anyone, anywhere.
My card has been, whatever you want to call it,
stolen and used.
And they said a lot of times they just randomly will put a number in. They know that, say, all visas start with, I'm just throwing this out there, like 5601, right? And then they just go 826246986. And does it work? Let's see, you know? So,
but then you start thinking, like, it's almost, so I've heard this story before, when people get robbed at their house. Yeah. It's an invasion of your privacy.
Right.
You feel like, and especially if they don't catch the people. Yeah. You feel like, you don't know if that person's going to come back. Right. They already know what your house's layout is. So I almost feel like is it someone I know? Is it someone that knows they can get my information? No. Is it?
It's probably totally
And
random.
I guess I should have asked. It took me like an hour to get on the credit card company. So obviously I wasn't the only one getting my information stolen. But bastards. And it took a while. But I probably should have asked where. Like when Steve got his stolen a couple years ago, they were in Chicago. So, and he had not been to Chicago in a while, but it was like they were showing where. I was seeing Jersey Mike's, I was seeing some other stuff, and it wasn't telling me the city because they were still pending.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I caught it right away because I check almost every day. Just because I use
really
mine.
Bad about that.
I used to be, and then all of a sudden I'd be like, whoa, like 2 weeks ago, what is this? And I couldn't remember. So for my own memory and knowing what I'm doing in all my travels, I look.
I check my regular bank account often, and that's the only card, knock on wood, that has been used. And they generally stop it. Like I went to stopped at the local liquor store to grab some supplies, and it said, and it didn't say card declined. It just said, like, card not recognized or something. And they were like, that's weird, because, like, I go to that liquor store a lot.
Yeah, right.
And I was like, wow, yeah, that is weird. And I just, like, used my other one and didn't think about it. Well, they had, like, somebody tried to use my card, like, in Bangladesh or something. So they, like, canceled my card, but they never called me and was like, hey, we canceled your card.
My credit card company is great for this kind of stuff. Supposedly they rate, which it makes me think that it's local. Someone has it that's local. Yeah. Because I have some
you travel
apps
a lot though too.
I do, but I haven't. You can see that I haven't. And my company, the card that I have, I'm not gonna say who I have it with, but they're very good at that kind of stuff. Like they will see, like if in the morning I'm in Chicago and or just in Chicago getting gas, and then in the afternoon there's another city, they send me an email and a text.
Yeah. I have mine. I have a Discover card, and anything over $50, it sends me a text message. Like, this purchase and this amount was made.
That's excellent.
So then you can be like, type no, and then it shuts your card off.
Oh, I need to set up those kind of texts too. I'll have to figure that out.
My aunt got taken like $7,000 on her, which I barely even have like any credit card with like $7,000 on it, but
like someone steals your credit card and you're like, ha ha ha, sucker.
Have fun spending $5.99 somewhere. Hope you like dollar menu from McDonald's.
Dollar plus tree, because it's no longer just $1.
But she had, and I can't believe her credit card didn't shut it off, because it was like they were at a store and they were doing $100, $100, $100, $100. Is that not suspicious?
Yeah.
And
that's like the cashier working with the person doing it.
Right. Were they
We'll
buying
give you
gift
half
cards?
of these. Oh, they absolutely were.
What the hell?
Was it during the holidays?
It was. It was right before Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think right before we left, weren't they making a policy about that? There was something that I remember having to sign.
I think they put like $1,000 cap on gift card purchases.
One transaction or one person or something.
Yeah. Because they found these, because these poor people that fall for, you owe money to the IRS, we'll take it in Amazon gift cards.
Yeah, yeah.
So like they put a cap on it. Like you can't be buying $7,000 in Amazon gift cards. We're not going to allow that anymore.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So they got some DoorDash Jersey Mikes from me and some kind of something. And
I do love Jersey Mikes. That's good.
Yeah. I was like, and then I even texted the whole family. I'm like, anybody get Jersey Mikes? And Steve is so kind. He writes back. He goes, no, but you can use my card. Thinking I was in the mood for sandwiches.
Like, oh, okay. I will pass that information right on to the Steelers, to the criminals. Send me your card number.
I came upstairs and he was like looking at me. I'm like, oh, my card got stolen. He's like, what? Oh my gosh.
Oh,
he came down here and checked all his.
It's so annoying.
But yeah,
you did make me go online and check mine.
Good. Yeah, I texted you and Bestie right away.
Sure,
I'm
like the last 10 transactions were good.
So everyone that's listening and watching,
yes,
go online right now or
like,
call your bank. I know we switch it around all the time. We're always different. Go check your statements right now while you're listening to us.
Do it.
Log in. Go make sure they're all yours. This is your reminder.
Yes.
Even if you do it every day or even if you never do it, check your bank statements. We never own debit cards because I've heard nightmares.
That's what mine is always the one that gets hit is my debit card.
Yes, yeah. I've just heard nightmares of every time we go to the bank and they ask us, I'm like, absolutely not. Julia had a debit card and someone used it.
Yeah.
And it was like, there's not much money in a student checking account, but it was enough where it wiped it out. And then the bank takes 2 weeks to get it back to you, It's way different than credit. By the time I logged back in on my credit card, after she said, yep, the 5 or 6 that were not mine, by the time I logged back in, they were all gone already. Gone.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, where a bank would take, so... Yeah, all right, so go check all your statements,
even when you return something
right
at the store, it takes like 7 to 14 days.
Yeah. So that was like the middle of my day.
Yeah.
The end of the day was that my house started smelling like shit. I went downstairs.
I pulled up, I'm like, it smells like poop out here. You got to know, we live in the Midwest with septic. We don't have city water around here.
No, we don't. So we definitely have a septic. And for those that don't know, we have a huge bucket outside our poop goes in. And every once in a while...
it's buried underground. We're not pure animals. We don't just shit straight into the bucket.
But yeah, so I went to go do my laundry. I'm like, oh no, it must be getting full. It smells like crap down here. And then our upstairs bathroom, one of the 4, upstairs, you would go in and I actually blame Steve. I'm like, did you just take a poop and like didn't spray? He's like, no. I'm like, I'm calling. It's because it's rising
but you said
too
it's
much.
Been like at least 2 years, right?
Yeah, it's been 2 years.
Yeah, so that's not bad.
Yeah, so when it broke, we had them come out twice just to be sure and empty it because I didn't want to smell that. It's disgusting. But yeah, for 4 adults in the house every 2 years, that's not bad.
No.
But I mean, I started kind of smelling it last week when I was doing laundry, so I'm like, I got to call them. And then today I was home, so I'm like, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And fortunately, she was like, yeah, we'll see you in a couple hours.
Yeah, oh, that's good.
Yeah, so, and then the funny thing is, he... was late because he had a nightmare of a job and they kept calling, which was amazing.
That, like, you say he had a nightmare. That job is a nightmare.
Yes. That
just
takes an amazing person, to do that.
Who says, when I grow up, I want to pump piss and shit out of a big hole in the ground?
Family owned.
Yeah. You have no choice, boy. Go do it.
I'm sure it's more than minimum wage too. I'm sure
God, I would
because you have
hope
to have your
so.
CDL. But it's funny because they were called, the office called me, and then he called. He goes, "I'm so sorry. This has been a nightmare job. I'm going to be running late." He was like an hour and 45 minutes late. We were
Yeah.
home. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
I don't care. Come whenever. I'll leave a check out for you. You
Yeah.
know. And so he walks up, and it's the same gentleman that has worked with them forever. He knows the house.
Yeah.
He started walking up the hill, and I'm like, "Long day, huh?" He's like, "I am covered in crap." Like, he was so cranky, but funny at the same time.
Oh, God.
He's like, "That last job, I had to shovel and
Oh,
find
no.
it and everything." I said, "Well, I'm hoping this is easier." He goes, "Your house is always easy."
Yours
it
is
was-
like, here it is. We put a cinder block on it to mark it.
yeah, that's it. And I put a little potter plant
Yeah.
over the summer to hide it.
Yeah.
But oh gosh.
So the bar
what
I
a
used
job.
to work at, they were on septic and nightmare. And it would be a random, Friday night. All of a sudden the toilets are overflowing.
Oh,
and I got to
no.
call the boss and be like, hey, we need everything pumped. Just damn it, And then that's an emergency call
Yes.
in the middle of a Friday night. And, she gives you this number to call. And the guy's like, all right, well, I just started eating dinner, so I'll be there as soon as I can, And then you're like, okay, nobody can use the bathroom until the septic guy gets here,
I wonder
Nightmare.
how often restaurants that have a field that they have to get pumped, I wonder how often they have to. That's a lot of people going to the bathroom
Yeah.
and using it.
Right. And the bar I worked at was quite old.
So probably
You
it
know,
was probably
so-
smaller than the capacity, right? Maybe or
It happened all the time.
yeah. And if it's shifted or anything, forget it. You're probably
Yeah.
only using a quarter of it.
Right.
So
Right.
that
whole place, there was a step down from the kitchen to behind the bar, and the floor would always whoo, when you stepped on it. And I'm
Ooh.
like, man, one of these days I'm going straight to the basement. Just straight to the basement. I'm going to have burgers in my hands, and I'm going to step right there, and it's just going to go, and I'm going to go straight to the basement, And it wasn't even a basement. It was creepy doors that went down.
Cobwebby.
Oh, yeah.
Wizard of Oz
Yes.
type. Yeah.
Yes. Exactly. Yes.
So congratulations, we're officially in the chamber here.
Congratulations.
In the city chamber.
Oh my God. I don't even know what that means.
So I'll tell you exactly what it means. When there's mixers, I'm bringing you
Oh,
with because you're the
God.
saleswoman of this team here.
This is going to be interesting.
You will have everyone listening every time we go to a mixer.
I am
We're going to have a
so-
ribbon cutting, so we'll share that online.
I'm so scared.
This is it. This is it. And then we went to Granny's Diner
Yes.
here, and we're going to be in their menus advertising. And what did you say when I said here's what we're doing? What did you say?
What did I say? Oh, we're basically famous. So yeah, we're basically
happening.
famous now. We're going to be in a menu in town. Everybody's going to be scanning that QR code.
That's what we're gonna do. Yeah. Yeah. Look at our business cards.
Yeah, I know,
They're
I love
really
them.
they're sleek
I'm taking a
black with
stack
our
of those.
symbol on them, and on the back of it is the QR code.
Look
so
at
take
all
them
of our
with.
merch.
I know.
We got a shit ton of merch
We do.
going on
We
over
do.
here.
And we
We
have
got
our
koozies.
good juju vibe here
Yeah.
still, and we got koozies and
Who else is a bartender?
chapsticks. Yeah, just send us a message. We'll send it.
Yeah.
We'll send it off. Or go on Zazzle Dazzle.
Zazzle.
Go on Zazzle.
Where was? Oh, I was out this weekend with Bud.
Yeah,
I was
that's
like-
where I got that from. Megan was like,
Hey,
Zazzle
go on
Dazzle.
Zazzle. You can get all of our shit on Zazzle.
So funny.
Everyone's like, buy me stuff. I was like, buy your own damn stuff.
Support this.
Support
Support us.
Damn it. We get $1 when you buy a sweatshirt. Can you just buy a sweatshirt? I'm not asking for much. I'm asking for $1.
Oh gosh. So I was doing some research yesterday and
Yeah.
Sunday.
You're always
because I met
researching.
with Faith. Remember, she was Mardi Gras with us.
Yes.
And she is starting her own art business, like a site,
Oh.
kind of like how we started this.
Okay.
And so she said, "Can we meet? I don't know where to start."
Yeah.
Like long time ago when I had my art business and I was home with the kids, you didn't have to do anything really.
Right.
You didn't really have to worry about anything.
Yeah.
Now you have to worry about everyone suing, everyone getting mad, things not getting
Right.
covered, insurance, all that. So she said, I just want to make sure everything's covered. Can you help me? So it got me thinking, like, maybe there's some people out there that just don't know how to start, but they have this in their mind, you know?
Yeah, an idea
of what they want to do, but they just don't know where to start.
I wouldn't know where to start.
So just want to throw a couple things out there, but then I also want to talk about some companies and where they started, because I thought maybe people would be interested in that. I just picked like a handful of them.
Okay.
So first off, what we did for the Clopen was I went to a lawyer.
I like how you say we.
You are with me every step of the way.
I just show up.
Emotional support, not emotional damage. You say you just show up. You're the best salesperson. By the time we leave a place, we have at least 5 more followers and
like,
listeners.
No, you need to pull it up on your phone right now. Let me show you right now.
I'm just the background. I just do the business. She sells all the stuff.
Oh, Lord.
And SOS shares our shit. But so we went to a friend lawyer. And he immediately got us an LLC because we really need, you know, the production company, which is Name Tag Productions LLC. And he got us all the waivers. So when guests come on, Faith won't need that because she'll be the only artist. But I told her, get an LLC. Get your website going once you get your LLC, you know, really make it legit, I guess. You know, just do it the right way.
Cover all your bases.
Cover all your
bases. You don't have to worry about it.
There's places online that you can do like LegalZoom or you can go see a lawyer. So we just kind of sat and talked about all of that.
Yeah.
You know, I shared like where we have our website and what we do and how we share it and different kind of, because you just want that.
Because really, like, getting all that stuff is the easy part. Then getting yourself promoted.
Yes. And then the work.
Part.
Then, you know, working on, you know, how many hours do we put into this? And then like for her, how long does it take for one piece of art? You know, so just a lot of that. So I just thought this would be interesting. So I'm just going to start. I just have 5 tabs up here. Just want to kind of talk about where they started. How about that?
Yeah.
Pick one that you would want to know about. Let's see if it's one of the 5.
Is it a store?
Yeah.
You're telling me about a store.
Like a big store.
Walmart.
First one I have up.
First one.
Okay, perfect.
Because it's the most famous.
Yeah, so I'm just going to throw out just a few dates.
Okay.
And then maybe we can talk about their company or something a little bit. So, and everything that I have grabbed here is from the company's website under History tab. So if anyone wants to read more or if they're interested or they just...
You went to the company and then looked at their history.
At their history.
Okay.
Yeah, so if anyone says you stole everything I said, no, I didn't. I'm on Walmart right now under History.
Okay.
All right, so super cool. From humble beginnings to redefining retail. That's what it says. So do you know who the owner is or the start of Walmart?
Walden.
Yeah, it's Sam Walton.
Yeah. Oh, Walton?
Yeah, with a T.
Walton. I thought it was Walden.
Yes.
Don't talk about humble stuff, Mr. Walmart.
Yeah, well, let's see. So Retail Revolution, it says in 1962, July 2nd, 1962, he opens the first Walmart store in Rogers, Arkansas.
Okay.
Now, I always wonder about that because I know nothing about Arkansas. I probably couldn't even point it out on the map anymore.
Do you know the only thing I know about Arkansas
is
Bill Clinton was from there?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Little Rock, Arkansas.
Little Rock. Yeah. Okay.
That's like my only Arkansas fact.
Oh, okay. Actually, now I can put 2 and 2 together a little bit. So, and then it says by 1967, so 5 years later, they own 24 stores.
Oh my gosh.
Bringing up 12.7 million in sales. In 1967.
I didn't even think like millions of dollars existed in the 60s.
That's amazing to me.
Like there was only hundreds of thousands. There was no millions yet.
I agree.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. And then I'm wondering now I kind of looked through these, but kind of just pulled them up because I like to talk through when we're here. I don't like to read through it all and know it. So now I'm wondering like if they're going to show maybe what other stores were doing or if this was one of the first major mega stores that people would shop at.
So I did a little research too.
Because I did text you, this morning. And I kind of, in the morning, I give her like a quick, like, here's what I'm thinking. And she always goes, great, okay, sounds great. She always goes with what I say no matter what.
And then I immediately
starts Googling.
So I know, I don't know, is Meijer on your?
It is. That's my next one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So everybody thinks that Walmart was the first grocery and retail.
Okay. Like one-stop shop, I call them.
And it was actually Meijer.
Okay, we're going to find out then.
Yeah.
So remember these dates because I have a good memory. It's just short.
60 something. I know Meijer. I'm just going to throw it out there. Meijer was 1934. I know that. But yeah, I know. I've done a little research on some stores in the area because Meijer is, I was born in Michigan, That's where they started. They're really big in Michigan.
Yeah.
We live in the Midwest. People in California don't even know what Meijer is because it's only in the Midwest.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you're from Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, Wisconsin, Kentucky, or Ohio,
You're familiar with Meijer.
then you probably know what Meijer is.
But Walmart's everywhere.
Walmart is everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got 1962, first one. 1967, 24 of them.
Yeah.
1969, it officially incorporates as Walmart Stores, Inc.
Okay.
And then.
And why didn't they call it Walton? You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know. There's a dash, so it's Wall and then Mart.
Oh, okay.
So Mart.
I would have called it Walton Mart. Maybe that was too much for your
Would it
mouth.
have been as successful though?
Probably.
What if they called it Sam Mart?
I know. What's up with Sam's Club? Because they're owned.
Right.
Where did Sam come in?
There we go.
And is it Samantha Mart? Samantha Club? Or is it really just Sam's?
So in 1970, Walmart becomes publicly a traded company. Publicly traded
Which year?
company. 1970.
Okay.
And the
Okay.
first stock is sold at $16.50
Oh my
per
gosh.
share.
Could you imagine if you bought that?
Yeah.
It'd be worth millions of
Yeah.
dollars.
And I'm
today.
sure there's people that have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Like aunts, uncles, I don't know. If
Yeah.
somebody in the family
My
has
great
it, I'm
grandma
sure.
had Walmart stock.
Yeah, and you just
And she called
held
it
on to it.
Walmart with a K. Walmart.
I like when people add like Jules, Myers.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's always an S at the end. We're plural over here. Illinois.
Illinois. Arkansas's? No. Oh, no. No, that's not it. Arkansas's. In 1971, their first distribution center was opened in
Well, where
Bentonville,
the hell
Arkansas.
were they getting their shit from before then?
Probably
just
everywhere.
wherever, huh?
Yeah. Now they have a distribution center
I mean,
from 1971.
27 stores and they didn't have a distribution center yet?
I don't know.
That seems a little I bet their prices were high as fuck in the beginning.
And people loved it. That's why there was $12 million worth.
Yeah,
They were
that's
probably like, this is
crazy.
exciting in Arkansas.
Yeah.
Let's see. In 1975, inspired by a visit to a Korean manufacturing faculty, Sam Walton introduces the Walmart cheer. I have no idea what that means. What is that? Is it like an actual like cheer?
Hold on.
All right.
Because
So as you're doing that,
Yeah.
I'm going to mention that in 1978, the first pharmacy opened. So I feel like that's still great. Like, does that mean that no one was sick before 1978?
No, they just went to pharmacies. Sorry. my microphone.
They went to doctors or whatever, and now
Well,
Walmart has a pharmacy.
They would go to
standalone pharmacies.
They would go to Waldrug or Dixie's
Oh,
or
yes.
a family-owned pharmacy. Walmart put all those places out of business.
All right.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Yeah, I'm ready when you are. All right.
What's that spell? Walmart. Calm down. I think she forgot the words there.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, very good. Thanks for that. So that's what it is.
I would dread every single day of my life if I had to go into work and do that. Just saying.
That was 1975. They've been shearing that for
Get out.
47-ish years.
Get out, and by saying get out, I mean it. Get out. That is disgusting.
Couple more, just
couldn't
because
do
we
it.
talked about
I
it.
couldn't do it.
In 1983, the first Sam's Club opens in Midwest City,
Wow.
Oklahoma.
Oh,
Oklahoma.
all the way out in Oklahoma.
Walmart also replaces cash registers with computerized point-of-sale systems, enabling fast and accurate checkouts.
What year was that?
1983.
83.
83.
Because I think I read the first barcode, like beep beep,
Oh.
was 1974. Can you believe that?
So like a UPC barcode, what we see on everything?
The barcodes, I think, have kind of, well, not always been on there. I think the barcodes came maybe, anyways. Let me gather my thoughts. But the first scanner was 1974.
Oh.
Before that, they would be like 39 cents.
39 cents. Yeah,
for
right,
vegetables,
right.
28 cents for meat, like
I almost feel like Aldi did that for a long time.
they did.
Like those people were,
did.
you had to be, I remember many years ago when I was going to try and apply for like my first job ever, maybe
Yeah.
out of high school to
Yeah.
make some money. And I looked at that and they were like, you have to be fast finger key,
Yeah.
like doing all that fun stuff.
It's
so
crazy. Like
Yes.
know your numerical key
Yes.
really good. Because it's weird. Like, us working in retail, I know what our register screen looked like, right? You had the numerical keys. You had a couple buttons up here. You had some over here. Aldi's was literally like 2x4 with only like the numerical key on it. That was it. There might have been a couple different, maybe cash open drawer, like
this is making me laugh.
power button.
So I never go there.
No.
And I had
Oh,
to
I
get
love going there.
something for my friend's wedding. They had these blocks of wood.
Uh-huh.
And we wanted to put her wedding cake on this block of wood.
Yeah.
And someone was actually a few people told me, go to Aldi. They have them there. I'm like, what? I've been searching everywhere. Like all the
have, like,
different
the
craft
best
places.
stuff.
And
Yes.
it was just so happened that they had them there.
You'll never find them again there, but they had them once.
Right.
And you were in
and
luck.
it was that week
Yes.
that I needed it, which is
Yes.
amazing. So I found it and then I was like, I'll take a look around. It's been like
Yes.
20 years since I've been
Yes.
here. So I had a couple handfuls of stuff, So I put it all on the whatever, what do you call it? The belt. And so he's like throwing it into the cart. And I'm like, hoop. I'm trying to grab it. And I'm like, sorry, I'm new here. He goes, it's all right. You can tell that I don't do Aldi ever.
I've been doing Aldi since I was a kid.
Oh, you're going to have to
because
take me sometime then. You're a pro.
It was the generic store. You know what I mean?
Oh, yes.
It was all off-brand.
But now people love it. Everyone loves it.
Well, now it's become so popular. And the big thing about Aldi now is they have a lot of organic. All their own brand is like has no dyes, no artificial flavors, all that stuff. Like they're pretty so we have Aldi here and then they have a different store in Germany.
So actually that's headquarters is Germany.
Okay.
Yes.
And it was kind of like the brothers that broke up from Adidas. Like one brother kept Germany and then one brother took the United States.
Now I've heard like from someone that came here from Germany, that's all they have there. And they're huge.
Right.
They're big stores.
Dude.
They're not like how we have them here.
Some of them here, okay.
Someone
like,
that visits Germany or is from Germany can
Yes.
correct us, but that's what I was told by a
because,
student from
yes,
Germany.
In Germany, like they have a fresh bakery section.
Yes,
they
it's
have a
like
butcher. They have a deli. Here,
Yeah.
you're like everything's prepackaged, but it's still good stuff.
It's like
you
the
know?
Meijer or the Walmart's here, like now
Yes.
that they finally have bakeries
Yes.
and stuff like that. So,
Yes.
yeah.
So
Interesting.
some of them here that they started building, they started doing the fresh bakeries and stuff. So
Where they actually have people
Yes.
baking.
yes, because honestly, like Aldi has like maybe at the most 5 employees at the store at once.
Oh, does everyone stock at night then? Or
Well,
on the...
You're
this is-
stocking, you're checking people out,
Oh.
you're unloading the truck. They don't have a lot of employees, and that's what keeps their prices low.
Because a lot of it's the same or it's smaller.
They drop
There's like
pallets.
5 aisles. It's okay.
There's nobody sitting there, making sure first in, first out. They're picking up a pallet that has 4 left on it, dropping a new pallet and throwing those 4 on
Makes
top.
sense.
And boom, they're
Smart.
done with that.
Smart.
Yeah.
And everything's from Germany? Or they probably have it here. They have
Yeah,
like a
I'm-
distribution here.
They do. I think it's pretty close. I think it's in Batavia.
Batavia? Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
That's right.
So,
I
yeah.
can picture it in the back of the... Okay.
Yeah.
I should have my cousin on here. She is an oldie. Like she goes all...
I love Aldi.
She loves... That's what she always says. Love it.
I follow TikTok.
She doesn't go anywhere
Aldi's.
else.
There's a chick that does what's in this week at Aldi, and it's like I can go to my local Aldi, and they usually have everything that she said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they must just keep them all uniform like that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just going to say one more thing about Walmart because this hits big. In 1993, they celebrated their first $1 billion sales week.
Oh my god.
And probably has been growing ever since. So
Well,
we can
yeah.
just basically
They're
stop
probably
there.
like 800.
Yeah. I mean, they
trillion
expand into
now.
Canada. They do.
Yeah.
Obviously, everyone knows, we just.
Are they worldwide? I don't know. China?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Huh.
Yep. So, yeah. So we'll stop there because that's amazing. Walmart makes lots of money.
That's what I think about.
Let's go to Meijer. Let's go to Meijer.
Okay.
That was the next one that I had, and you
I like
mentioned
Meijer
it.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 1934, because they have pictures
Yeah.
around.
Of the old man.
Yes. In the midst of the
Fred?
Great Depression,
Yes.
a local barber in Greenville, Michigan, had a need and saw an opportunity in an effort to take care of the customers who visited his barbershop. So Hendrik Meyer purchased $338.76 worth of merchandise on credit.
Isn't that amazing?
Together with his 14-year-old son, Fred, they opened Meyer's Grocery.
Like, I feel like
And this is from their website as well. This is history. Anybody can read this. Meyer, history.
when Walmart talks about humble beginnings, like they don't even have anything like that. Like in the middle of the Depression, this guy was like,
People need somewhere to go.
you know, I'm gonna basically put a lien on the house
Yeah.
and get some groceries and see if I can't sell through them.
See if I can't
I think
resell
that was
them.
pretty popular during the Depression is people would find stuff in bulk. They would try to sell whatever they could, trade with others who had different stuff, and then they would be like, well, this is what we're eating all week. It's what we got, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and they would sell it out of their houses, out of their storefronts, whatever, you know, whatever
Yeah.
they could do to
Whatever
make
they
a
could
couple
do.
bucks. Yeah. Because they ain't
It
nobody
makes me
working
wonder,
then.
you know, you go to these small towns around here and there's so
Yeah.
many small little
Yes.
windows. You wonder if that's just how
Yes.
it all started.
I love looking at history.
Oh man, I know. We got to take a trip where there's like some history.
I mean,
like
you go to
Galena,
our hometown has
Yeah.
some pretty
Oh,
interesting
yeah.
history.
I mean, just by looking at the buildings and some of the years
Yeah.
stamped on the bricks and
that one, okay, so every time we go out for Halloween, we go to that one bar first.
yes, on the corner. Mhm.
And the steps are kind of in the corner of, you know, the door is
Yeah,
right
are
on the
they?
corner
They're like
of the street.
rounded, right?
They have wear marks in them.
Yes,
It's
the
so
concrete does
cool.
from so many people stepping in the
Been
same
there
spot.
forever, you know.
Crazy.
It's like rubbing the nose on Lincoln, you know, that
Yeah.
one, and it's all bronze.
Yes,
You know, it's like, man, millions of people have walked on these
I know.
steps.
It's
Yeah.
cool. It's very
Yeah.
cool.
Probably been a baby born on these steps.
Probably. Who knows what happened?
Some
back
lady got
then.
drunk and was like, my baby's coming out right now.
drunk, having a baby.
You know, they did that back then.
They did, actually. Steve always talks about that. He always talks about how his aunt,
Yeah.
like, drunk, fell down the stairs and she was, like, pregnant
Oh
with
my
twins or something. And they just
God.
died laughing. They had a great time back then. We need more of that here.
We need more of that.
We need-
Not that you should be drinking.
No.
when you're
No.
pregnant.
Yes.
We know that's
Disclaimer.
wrong.
Do not drink while you're pregnant.
We know that there are consequences of that.
Yeah. All right. So
Look at society.
before you go out on a Friday or Saturday with your besties, take a pregnancy test and then go have some fun. You know what I'm saying? There we go. Easy peasy. Where's the button? Easy.
Oh, shoot.
So I love this line, so I'm just going to say
Okay.
it. This is in 1938. We're talking about Meijer now. The Depression still lingers, yet Meijer is able to acquire its first shopping carts.
Oh,
The
my
latest
gosh.
in grocery store innovation.
That is crazy.
So now what they have...
Did they look like ours today?
Yes, it looks a little smaller in the picture, but I think that the family was tall. I feel like Fred and family were tall.
Yeah.
So the cart looks small, but who knows, right? People didn't buy as much as they do now back then either. Think about this. This is
is
1938 in the midst of a depression.
they got like some milk, some eggs,
milk,
some
bread.
meat,
Yes,
some
exactly.
flour.
Yes.
They probably didn't even buy bread back then. They probably made it their own.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah.
So flour, right.
Yeah.
Yep. You know, it looks like there's a watermelon. I don't know. I doubt it. I don't know. I
It
can't
was
tell. It's a black
probably
and white
one of the
picture.
few places they could go to get fresh fruit, right?
I'm sure of it. We're going to say yes. We're just going to go with that.
I wonder when they
got
opened their
great
first
produce there.
distribution center.
I like my produce there.
Sure.
So can we talk about the innovation of carts? I was in a division, I don't know, last year. And now, or like the Amazon
Yeah.
stores.
Yeah.
Where it just scans the item.
Right.
So I was looking this up. There is technology out there, and I won't say the name, but there's technology out there that as you're putting, let's say, a box of crackers into the cart, there's cameras all around the cart, and it can read that it's the box
Yeah.
of crackers, the box
Yeah.
of Ritz that you're putting into your cart, and it'll say Ritz $3.99.
Yeah.
and that's it.
Yeah.
If you pull it out, it knows that you're pulling it out.
It's disgusting.
Incredible.
It's
Incredible.
disgusting.
Genius. And then all you have to do is on your way out, you have to just go through the,
Yeah.
by the registers. There are no registers. You just slide your card on the cart, thank you for your payment. You can bag everything
Yeah.
or you can bag as you go. And there you go.
I saw a video of one of the first manless gas stations, like truck stops.
Yeah.
It's only card. There's nobody on duty. You have to make a purchase to use the bathroom. It'll have a code to use the bathroom. It just has vending machines inside and you pay at the pump outside.
Incredible.
Yeah.
The machines are taking over. They've been saying that for years, but
Wally, I'll be in my chair. Bring me milkshake machine.
out of all things, you're going to want a
We're stuck in
milkshake.
space because there's no plants left on Earth.
Oh, I'm floating. I'm floating. Turn me back around.
I love that movie.
All right. So they opened their first one in 1934. In 1941, they opened the second one in Cedar Springs, Michigan.
So was that the Happy Acres or whatever it was?
They do not say. It was under the management of Johanna Meyer. I think it's Johanna, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who
There's
that
an
is.
H in
Was
there.
that his wife?
I'm not sure.
Hendrick's wife? I don't know. What did they call it?
By 1945, half of all Meyer team members are women.
Go girls.
Go girls.
Who runs the world? Girls.
Couple more here. Let's just talk about it a
Okay.
little bit. In 1988, many Meyer stores are now open 24 hours a day, and the number of stores climbed
Yeah.
into the 50s.
Yeah.
So most of them are open 364 days a year.
So the research I was doing, it was 80 something that they started being open 24/7. Do you think that's because they started doing 24-hour manufacturing?
Oh,
You know what I mean?
So you have such great questions that I don't have answers to today. I am so sorry.
But that's
We're
what
gonna
I
have
would
to have
imagine.
a follow up next week when you get back from vacay.
Yeah.
and talk about
that's what I would imagine is that, more like factories were opening
Yes.
and nurses were working 24/7.
I mean, was that the start of third shift?
I feel like
right?
it. Yeah.
Okay.
My mom worked in the 80s, third shift for Visa.
Yeah.
And she just worked in a warehouse all night.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, I feel like it started.
What did she do in Visa? Did she swipe other people's credit cards at Jersey Mike's? Is she the one that I
don't
have to
think
call right now? Uh-huh. Yeah. Get her on the phone.
She just probably took a pallet jack of boxes from one side to
She stole my shit. She didn't share my shit. She stole it.
Mom, you have some answering to do.
She's too full from Jersey Mike's. She can't call us or answer the
From
phone.
30 years ago when you worked at Visa making $6 an hour. We know you were stealing them card numbers.
How'd you get that motorcycle?
Yeah. How'd you get that beautiful house you live in? If you know my mom, she lives at a year-round campground.
Visa could still pay for it.
Yeah.
Oh,
for sure.
gosh. Your poor mom. We picked on her. In 1995, the Champagne Meyer marks the retailer's entrance into Illinois.
Okay.
I
Champagne
actually thought it was
the first one.
earlier than
Okay.
that, but 1995. So not real long
Yeah.
ago, really.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
I mean, I remember when the one opened up by us, and we were amazed. And great grandma was still alive. So that had to be, I think she passed away in 2009 or 2010. So they had just recently opened over here by us. And great grandma was a Jewel shopper, always, her whole life. And she liked Jewel because they had half aisles. Like you only had to walk down half, and then there was a walkway that went across.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And Meyer, has, every department, produce, meat, deli, blah, 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 all grocery. Then they have clothing. Then they have pharmacy. Then they have, everything in there. And great grandma was like, no,
Yeah.
I don't like this at all. Take me back home.
It was too much. It was too much for her.
It was too much.
Yeah.
She had to go sit down while I finished doing the shopping.
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
It was way too much for her.
When I used to have my thyroid problem
Yeah.
years ago, 8 years ago,
Yeah.
I would get halfway through Meyer and I'd just be like, I can't finish.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
I would leave
It's so
full
big.
sharp shopping carts.
Oh my God,
And
you were
Steve
one
would
of
have
those?
to.
Oh.
Well, no, Steve would have to come back and either finish or they would
Yeah.
hold it in the cooler for me. I'm like, it was either
That's crazy.
Like I couldn't do it. It was that big, and then now I know where everything is. They
Yeah.
haven't moved it on me,
Yeah.
which was good. They just moved a few things
Talk
over.
about big stores. Now we have a Woodman's by us.
I have not been there.
Dude, I just went there
I think
today.
that would be too big for me.
I went there today and I was like, I need shampoo and conditioner. I need some frozen pizzas. I need some coffee creamer. I was like, grab some other stuff from like the Latino Island. Latino Island sounds better. Grab a couple things from there. I needed like bay leaves and stuff. And then boom, I'm out of there. Like I know that store now.
Oh my gosh. It looks too big for me.
Their produce section is pretty amazing, but you got to pick through the produce.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
One time, I can't remember what city it was now, but I went to a Walmart because I needed something. Maybe we were up like at the Dells or something. I don't know.
Okay.
And it must have been completely flipped.
Oh, that's
so
the worst.
I had to go all the way to the back to do something. I can't remember what I was shopping for. This was years ago. I don't even think I had kids, so it was that long ago. And I grabbed something, and I swear and thought I was walking to the front, and all of a sudden I'm looking and it says electronics. I'm like, okay, this is in the back.
That's the worst.
So then I'm like, okay, turn around. I remember this. Turn around, start walking forward, and all of a sudden I'm at TVs.
Stop it.
I'm like, what the fuck? I was
You were like going
out.
across this way instead of coming front to back.
I could not get out of the Walmart. I'm like kind of going, and I'm like, okay, stop. Like I like stopped, and I was like,
Get your
listen,
compass out.
Where are the beeps? Where are the beeps? Like, the registers.
And then if you ask somebody, they would be like, what an idiot.
I think I actually had to. I mean, I was starting to panic.
Because they're so used to walking around.
Oh, yeah.
And
I swear the store, the aisles must have been like, like it was like
You were caught in the
mousetrap. Yeah, I was. Oh my gosh.
Was that 2013? Is that when the world ended and like restarted again?
No, I think it was even before that. It was definitely
okay.
before that. Okay, one more.
Sure it's
In 2015, Meijer enters its sixth state with the opening of 4 stores in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And let's see if they have any like.
When was that? 2016, you said?
2015.
Oh, 2015.
Oh, I wanted to talk about this. In 2013, they opened their 200th store in Swartz Creek, Michigan.
Swartz.
May
the power of the Swartz be with you.
So yeah, I mean, they're just growing too. They don't have money on there, like I don't think, unless I'm missing it, like how Walmart had it on there.
They're humble.
They maybe. Well, let's see. Does it say humble beginnings?
Say humble.
Oh no, that was the other tab. Okay.
They didn't have to say humble beginnings because they shown their humble
They
beginnings.
shown it. They still shown it. All right. Think of like another one that's pretty big around here. Now we're talking Midwest, so
Jewel.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to say Jewel.
Okay, I don't have Jewel up. So I do have Target.
Oh, Target.
Are you interested in Target?
I never shop at Target.
I know a lot of people love it.
I think that's why I don't go to Target, because I know I'll be addicted.
I have stopped at a couple of them to grab some stuff, but feel like I spent a lot of money. So
when I was younger, my sister used to work at this pool hall, right? So this is another just too much sharing story. But my sister worked at this pool hall, and she dated this guy that played cards a lot. And we would be all like young and dumb and annoying and like, hey, we're bored and blah, blah, blah. And he'd be like, here's $200, go to Target. And we'd be like, no problem. And we would spend the whole $200, like no problem. Like
grocery shopping?
No.
Oh.
I'd be like, I like this shirt.
Oh.
We would get new chapsticks.
Oh.
We would buy
koozies,
makeup, bottle openers.
She's just picking a bunch of stuff up off the table that we
would
have.
buy whatever the hell we wanted, and then we'd go get lunch, and then 4 hours later we'd show up again, and he'd be like, fuck, you're back already?
How old were you?
I was probably 17.
Oh,
my sister was like 19, 20.
I don't have anybody that gives me $200 to go shopping.
I mean, there's a reason they're not together anymore.
Oh, all right.
Probably wasn't the best job. Doing air quotes job, just like gambling. Oh, God. When you go to the pool hall, that's, back then gambling was illegal. So obviously we didn't really gamble, it was just all whatever. But, yeah, that's all there is. There's people gambling on pool, people gambling on card games, dart games. The machine you would sit down at and put $1 in, you could play the video games on it. You could do like solitaire and shit like that. Those guys would bet on that shit too.
That's amazing.
They were just
I like that kind of stuff. I played a couple scratch offs.
I don't even know what to call them.
I played a couple scratch offs yesterday. I won $40. It said 2 times. I'm like, please be a million. Please be a million. It was $40. I was still happy.
That's pretty good. I think Johnny's been riding on the same $10 for a couple weeks.
I've been
now.
riding on my same 500 that I mentioned that I won on that one ticket. I have not spent it all. I might be getting pretty close, but I've won in between.
It was that fucking Jersey Mike's.
Yeah. I mean, now I'm broke. I'm glad. I hope someone's full. Okay. So I realized that I looked up Target Corporation, but it's under the Britannica.com. So it doesn't, there's only a few things.
I was like, isn't that like a
encyclopedia? Yeah. I just realized that I'm actually not on their website, but that's okay. It's an American corporation. They are dated back from 1902. They were Target Corporation.
I cannot believe they are that old.
Yeah.
Not that we traveled a whole ton, but like we drove from Illinois to Florida, Let
me see when the department stores opened.
I remember
Venture. In May 1st, 1962, Dayton Company opened its first Target store. So that was in 1962, and then they expanded in 1969.
Like Dayton, Ohio?
Well, it's Dayton Company.
Okay.
Yeah. No, they're actually in Minneapolis.
Minnesota,
yeah. Yeah, so I apologize. I thought I was going to have a little more on that one, but
I never remember Target when we were kids. I wonder why.
I do not. And I don't go. It's not popular here, and they actually closed the one by us. We have to cruise a little bit to go to one if we want.
I remember Ben Franklin. I remember Venture. I remember Toys R Us and Kids R Us.
Yeah. All right. Well, I thought I would take away from food and go to Kohl's. I have Kohl's up here.
I'm not a fan of Kohl's either.
Are you? I like Kohl's.
I feel like they're like
I like Kohl's.
30% off of the price that we marked up 90%.
Oh, really?
And then they're like, have Kohl's cash and come back again.
So
don't forget to spend it.
I dropped $200 last night with Julia at Kohl's because they have Union Bay pants that are like cargo pants. They fit me perfectly because I'm almost 5'8", long legs,
yes,
a little curvy and chubby, like I mentioned. And those pants fit me perfectly. I can't find them anywhere. And so I went and it was like, they have my size in every color and just like bought out.
So that's all we're going to see you in for the next 2 years?
Look, I have my.
Wow.
They're perfect. They're perfect. And they're not zip. They're like.
Oh.
Yeah. And they're like, I don't know. I can work in a store or I can go to the office with them.
They comfy.
They're very comfortable, but they still look nice. And they keep their color.
Oh.
So I got green, black, dark blue, like anything, whatever. And then I found this super cute sweater. It looks like it might have been from like Valentine's because it's like pink and red with like a beige. I mean, I know it kind of sounds funny, but it's so cute. Wearing it tomorrow in the office. So anyways, the first Kohl's department store opened in Brookfield, Wisconsin in 1962.
Oh.
I had no idea, which I thought would be interesting. That's near us.
That is
One
near
stayed
us.
up. When the company went public in 1992, there were 76 stores in the Midwest.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Their online presence launched in 2001. In 2003, they opened 28 stores in California, giving Kohl's a coast-to-coast presence.
Yeah.
And the growth and expansion continued over the years, and Kohl now operates more than 1,100 stores in 49 states. I thought that was incredible.
Which state are they not in? Is it Hawaii or Alaska?
So there is a map here that shows stores, but as you can see, it's all teal.
Oh.
So I don't know which one is missing. It looks to me.
It's got to be Hawaii. I don't see Hawaii on the map. I only see Alaska.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That's probably it. Oh, yeah. Right. Okay.
Have you ever had people tell you that there's 52 states and the 51st?
I have had people tell me that, and I said,
Hawaii
please.
and Alaska.
Yeah. I said, please don't confuse me anymore. I didn't do well in school. Knock it off. All right. I'm happy I know like where Arkansas is now. Okay. Oh, gosh. I got one more.
Okay.
Let's talk about Nordstrom.
Oh, gosh.
So
what about it?
I was trying.
I don't even know what that is.
So if you notice, I went like food and mix
Yeah.
to food to Target Company a little bit to clothes and clothes, you know.
Okay.
So I just thought maybe we would mix it up a little bit.
Nordstrom Rack.
I love Nordstrom Rack. Love it.
Actually, I think that's where I got my prom dress.
They were so last year.
It was Neiman Marcus outlet store. I got
Another
my
good
prom
one.
dress.
I didn't think to look up that one either.
Yeah.
So their start, so it's John W. Nordstrom. 16 years old, he left Sweden for the United States.
Oh, wow.
In 1887. He arrived in New York with $5 in his pocket, unable to speak a word of English.
Oh, my gosh.
Incredible.
How did they do that?
Incredible. And on
How
their
do people
website
do
here, it
that?
says 1901, our start. So I'm not sure. We're going to keep looking at this really super quick.
How do you just go to another country not knowing a lick of their language?
I don't know. But it looks like Carl Wallen, a Seattle shoemaker, met in Alaska with Nordstrom, offered him a partnership in a shoe store. So in 1901, they opened their first store, Wallen and Nordstrom,
They
on
met-
4th and Pike in Seattle.
They met in Alaska.
Yeah.
And
I'm sorry. It's someone that he met in Alaska, then offered him a partnership in a shoe store. So in 1901, they opened their first store, Wallen and Nordstrom, on 4th and Pike in
Okay.
Seattle.
There's a lot of good things come out of Seattle.
Yeah. Coffee.
Starbucks.
Yes. My favorite Starbucks person that I go to, I say, I mention you guys often because I love Starbucks. I was like, you need to come on and learn how we do all this, because him and his friend were talking about doing a podcast. And then I went to go get my coffee and he ignored me. So I'm like, oh, sorry.
Oh, no.
So hopefully he just didn't see me, or or he thought our podcast
He was
sucked.
like, oh, God, there she is
oh,
again.
they're not funny. They're not
so
funny.
embarrassing. I have
I don't know.
secondhand embarrassment for you.
I doubt it.
Shoot.
They're so busy. I'm sure he just didn't see me.
You know what? People tell us we're funny all the time, so we don't care what you think. It's not just us that thinks we're funny.
So the shoe store grew, and in 1923, the partners added a second store in Seattle's University District. In 1928, John retired, that's Nordstrom, and sold his share of the company to his sons, Everett and Elmer. Wallen retired a year later and also sold his share to the Nordstrom sons. So both sons got it.
Wow, okay.
John's third son, Lloyd, joined the team in 1933. So he grew up, and that was it. The three sons
They've
have it.
been around for a long time.
A long time. Amazing.
You know, and that used to be, like I said about the pharmacies, you used to have shoe stores and hat stores and dress stores and suit store, you know.
Now you got it all.
Now you got it all.
In 1973, the first Nordstrom Rack opened as a clearance center in the basement of the downtown Seattle store. How fun would that have
Yeah.
been, knowing that maybe you couldn't afford the upstairs store,
Yeah.
but you could go down in the basement and take last year's
I was
and
gonna
pay
say,
half
yeah,
price.
Get last year's models.
I think that's exciting. I would absolutely do it.
And then the women at the country club are like, I can't believe she's wearing that. It's so last year.
Luckily, I don't go to country clubs. Actually, I do have a story about country clubs.
Uh-oh.
So I loop Lake Geneva
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
I won't tell you where I park or anything because of safety and stalkers. Knock it off.
I mean, if you walk around, you'll see the sticker on the back of her car that says the Clopen effect.
Oh, great. Now I got to take that off. So I'm up there often looping it. It's 22 miles. It's beautiful. Go out there. If you see me, say hello, but don't be weird about it. So there is a country club there.
Yeah.
And
You go
I
past
was
some, like,
looping
mansions
with
up there.
with
Yeah.
an acquaintance, like a running buddy, and we ran out of water
Oh,
on a
no.
very hot summer day. That wasn't supposed to be a hot summer day. It was supposed to be 70. It ended up being 90. You know how sometimes those last summer days go?
You know how sometimes those weathermen don't ever get it right?
Right. Ever. So, I wore pants and I'm sweating and it felt like an oven out there. And there was a
terrible.
woman working outside of the country club, and I said, we ran out of water. I know we only have about 2 more miles, but we've been out for a little bit.
Yeah.
Could we buy a bottle of water off of you? I don't know. She goes, I work here, but not really work here. She was explaining it. I was about ready to pass out. I wasn't
You're like,
listening.
lady, just give me the hose.
So, yeah, I mean, honestly, I would have taken anything. She walks inside, probably asked everybody, including the people that were golfing on like the
Oh
7th
my
hole,
God.
comes back and says, no, I'm sorry, I can't sell you
Oh
any.
my God.
Yep. I mean, I get it. For those that listen, you high class people that listen, that go to country clubs, you know, I would have paid for it. I felt like I was dying.
Bums, okay.
So every time I walk past or run past, and I'm like, motherfucker, give me water. So I'm just like, forget you. I don't even wave at the
would have been like,
people.
oh, you can't? Okay, I guess I'll go walk in the front door then.
Yeah, I probably could have done that, but I was so smelly. But I probably would have matched everybody else that was golfing. But
well, you know what I mean? That's like, I'd be like, okay, then I'm going to take my smelly ass inside. You can't get me one, bitch.
In 2014, they opened their first Canada store at Chinook Center in Calgary. Interesting. They don't say like when they hit their first billion. So obviously Walmart is very proud of when they hit their first billion, which was very early.
Because they were very humble.
But I am a fan of Nordstrom. So go on their website, buy some stuff, make the brothers and whoever else that they've given this to more money. So yeah, interesting. I mean, I just thought that would be interesting to talk about the start.
You didn't look up Macy's?
I did not look up Macy's.
That's like a classic.
Okay. All right. Let's see if I can find it.
We got to see when Macy's started.
One moment, please. Our story begins in 1858.
Look at that. Before the 1900s.
From humble beginnings to becoming one of the world's largest retailers.
Are you sure you're not on Walmart's?
Shalitos, founded in Cincinnati by John Shalito, was 1830. So I'm under Macy'sInc.com under history.
Did they start selling Wranglers out in the Wild Wild West?
They may have. They may have. So there's a whole bunch of stuff. Just go look at Macy's.
And they went to top tier.
Yeah, Macy's first year sales were approximately $85,000 with an advertising budget of $2,800. That was in 1859.
Where did you advertise in 1859? The newspaper, huh?
Yeah.
That's it? Magazines, maybe?
Yeah. Weren't there newsboys? Didn't they like...
Extra.
On
Macy's
rocks?
Made their first $85,000.
They were probably like hammering on rocks. Yeah. Like the Flintstones and handing them out on stone.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I don't know.
Here's
that
your Macy's
so far
coupon.
Away, but
you got to chip it off.
There's a lot. There's a lot going on here. There's a lot to even talk about here. So go look at Macy's. Amazing stuff.
I feel like Macy's used to be like you said, the country club kind of.
Yeah.
And now like anybody can walk in there.
They mentioned Bloomingdale's here in 1872.
Yeah. Bloomingdale's
they
part of Macy's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just really the Strauss family acquired a general partnership with Macy's in 1888. I mean, they have been
They were selling them blue jeans.
They have been around. So please go look at them. Another great company.
Yeah.
Another great company. Yeah. So now we're just going to go to Shopify.com. It's a blog. And it's 17 unique business ideas for first-time entrepreneurs. So if you're thinking about owning your own business, this is what Shopify says. This is also from 2021, so things have changed.
Okay, but a lot of people between 2020 and now have opened new businesses. A lot.
Yeah, they have.
Well,
look at us.
A lot of creators have come to light.
2020 started and I thought, what can I do to first bring comedy to people?
Yeah.
To, keep people's interest and have a business.
Yeah.
My thought was always, I want it to be working for me while I'm sleeping. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like we have downloads overnight.
Yeah.
Third shift people, other countries. While we're resting, other people are laughing.
That's how really
24/7
rich people do it. They're making money even when they're not awake.
That's what I wanted to do,
Yeah.
Because I just wanted to be out there. I was so proud when we were putting up the chamber and it says your hours open. I put always open.
Oh.
Like you can always come to us if you want a good laugh. You're having a bad day, put in one of the, shut it down or something.
Shut it down. Still,
listen to Gina and Jerry from the Richmond Broad House.
It is still my favorite.
So funny. The stories are hilarious,
Yes.
but then their history is amazing as well.
I know.
Speaking of opening
I know.
businesses.
Yeah.
I also posted because we were there and I was talking to someone and they mentioned that there's a lot of customers or people that will come into their business and they will say, but can I give you,
Everything was really great.
Except...
Anything after but is bullshit.
Yeah, please do not do that to owners, managers, like they're doing the best they can, especially now. Especially now. And you're not running it. Don't do that.
I know. I hate when people
Nobody
do that.
needs your suggestions. They're making it on their own.
Keep them to yourself.
Yeah. I didn't even know that was a thing.
When you open your own
happening.
business, you can take all of your own advice.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to ramble some of these off.
Okay.
See if anything sparks.
Okay.
Be the host of a podcast. And
Number one.
done.
Number one.
That's not number one. Sorry. Be the head chef of your own food truck.
I've thought about doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was like, you're really working like 16, 20-hour
That is
days.
hard work.
You definitely got to be out there on the weekend.
Steve has always talked about having like an Italian truck or even like a hot dog truck or something. But just all the travel and all the signups that you have to do and finding the corner or I love trucks, like taco trucks or whatever, but I just don't know if I could ever. That's a lot of work.
My dad's mom and dad had a food truck and they would go travel with the damn carnival.
I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
And for those that do it now, wow, that's a lot of work.
It's insane.
Good for you. The next one is become a virtual interior designer and sell home decor products. No idea how you would do that because I'm not into interior design. As we talked about, it takes me 15 years to figure out which curtains I'm going to put up on my windows.
Is that like you can take a picture of your room and then like put different colors of paint on the walls and see what it would look like? A
virtual interior designer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a relatively new industry, it says.
Or redesign someone's kitchen. Like, this is how it could
Yes.
look.
And I know there are some sites that it'll, like, you can hit purple, green, and it'll change the walls or change the cabinets or put a chair in or, so I'm sure it's like a video game, really. But you could, what you could do is you could share where to buy the stuff. Like, you could bring the chair over from someone's website. You could bring the table over. Or, we have some friends that are very, like, they are so good at decorating.
They, like, cut it
So your
out.
customers, could, and maybe you could hook up with the the links that and then you get paid a referral fee or something. I don't know. I have no idea. I know nothing about it, so I should stop talking about it. So
maybe you should do that. You got all this time.
Who are you talking to?
You.
Oh, no. Talk to the camera over there.
Yeah. Nobody out there has time. They're sitting around listening to our podcast. They have no extra time. You, on the other hand, want to have like 12 fucking businesses at once.
No, just this one.
Oh, okay.
Maybe one more. I'll talk you into it.
You do the virtual shit. You'd be good at it.
You're like, I see you enough, bitch. That's good. We don't need to start a second one.
Please, I would come over every day if you wanted me to.
This one, I think this one was very popular. This is, you know what? Actually, I'm going to say this was very popular, and then people had to stay home in 20 and 21.
Okay.
So start a dog walking and pet sitting business. So I think it was very popular, especially people that would go into the city all day and they want someone to walk FIFO on lunch.
Yeah.
And
also dog picking up poop business.
Okay, that could still be popular because, once you let your dog out, you come back in and you're working online. You don't want to have to spend time cleaning your yard. So that could be it too.
Yeah, I'm sure dog walkers be coming back soon. Mm-hmm. Everybody going back to the office and stuff.
This one's for all the teachers. This one says become a virtual teacher and sell memberships to an online course.
Okay, so I've seen plenty of, baker type people or, even making those resin cups where you can buy a course and you do a virtual class and they teach you how to do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think it's excellent.
That's a good idea.
This one says work remotely as a virtual assistant for other businesses. People are always outsourcing. If you are the expert of something, you could easily sell what you're the expert of in the right niche, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know, though, because we got these weird old men CEOs that want everybody back in the building now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, forget that then. I don't even know why it's number 5.
You don't have weird old men CEOs.
I don't have anything weird about my job. I love my job. Please don't ever fire me. I freaking love it.
If any of you out there are listening, please don't ever fire Meredith. She loves it.
I do.
She can't even tell you how much she loves it.
It's my favorite job. I tell my boss that all the time. This is my favorite ever. They're like, well, what do you want to do in a year? I'm like, this is it. You're stuck with me for life.
I just want to come to this office every day, eat your free fucking snacks.
steal your gummy bears from my friend Cass.
Hang out in your Zen room. And drink all your bubbly.
All right, good. Glad we're all together here. I love it. Please don't ever fire me. Become a social media influencer and partner with brands. So that's Julia. That's Julia.
She has very popular now.
ColourPop sends her so much stuff. So much. Every week. So she gets the items or I guess it's the kits or something. So ColourPop's a makeup company from California. It is a sibling owned company. I just read that because I was looking it up. I was helping Julia with her resume yesterday. I was like, oh, very cool. They do not like to be in the light. You don't, like there were times where there were rumors that there weren't owners or, there was
like
a lot
Lisa
of rumors.
Frank.
Yes.
Nobody ever knew what Lisa Frank looked like.
Yeah. I feel like
Banksy. We talked about Banksy, the art person.
Yes. I love that actually. I love
Banksy.
that. I just love all of that. Like how people just like, isn't it Sia,
the
right?
DJ?
Who's Sia too? The singer, doesn't she always, or Psy, is that how you say her name?
And then Marshmello, the DJ.
Yeah. Just always wears the headpiece or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because
I think it's cool.
I was one of the people that, like when I was really young, I thought, oh my God, to be famous singer, whatever. But then like, as I became like a teenager, I was like, that would be terrible.
Well, you better get used to it because we are in. This is it.
What year did Princess Diana die? I don't know. But it was like the year she died. I was like, I never want to be popular. The paparazzi killed her. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, they're not going to kill us. Don't worry. We're just going to be popular.
You never know.
We're so there already.
They might take us out.
I mean, we're part of the chamber.
They're going to flash our eyes so much we go blind and then we'll die.
Oh, my God.
This is such a weird episode right now.
I love it. Start a local grocery delivery service in your community. Now, this is over a year ago, this article came out, which is totally fine. Yeah. But I feel like there is quite a bit. There is quite a bit.
You ain't getting the overhead that,
for someone that is young, maybe in high school, and they just want to do like kind of like the snow shoveling, the grass cutting, you could deliver. Like, I'll go pick up your groceries. You could do like a small business like that, but it's very you
better be living in a pretty ritzy neighborhood.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And then to go knock on the doors and be like, you want me to deliver your groceries? Cut your grass or snow shovel?
Do you need anything today? Well, I'm going to need the money up front.
Yeah. Because I need to put gas in my car.
Milk, eggs, and bread. You can only get 2 because the other is my tip.
Oh, God. Create your own novelty t-shirt company.
Okay.
So we follow Nest Egg Farm.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh. Her stuff
she
is
has
so
some
funny
stuff.
Amazing. Go check her out. NestEggFarm.com. I'm pretty sure. Or just go under our followers. She's there. She has some funny. I'm always laughing, sharing her
like the
stuff.
chickens and shit.
Yes, so funny. And I think she's got the puppy or something too. I don't remember. I don't know. Somebody's got a puppy too, and it's so funny some of the stuff that they do.
A real puppy? I want to see a real puppy.
Yeah, I'll show you. So it says create your own novelty t-shirt company, which I feel would be fun. You could do screen printing. You can, there are
a lot of people have done that.
So many machines out there that, I have a friend that I used to play volleyball with, and then I believe she golfed with us a couple times. She has a screen printing business. It started in her dining room.
Right. Yes.
And now
yes,
she is known, and she has a big warehouse, and they're doing schools and businesses. And every time she posts, I'm like, man, she's just incredible.
She got in right at the right time.
Oh my gosh. I remember going to her house for a party, and it was all the machines were sitting in her dining room.
She's like, don't mind that room.
Yep.
That's my future $1 million in there.
And it absolutely turned into that. I'm sure of it. So amazing. So become a personal trainer and promote your services on TikTok.
Absolutely not.
Not there. I am not summer ready. But you know what? If you're a personal trainer,
come on, guys, you can look just like me.
If you're a personal trainer, I'm so happy for you. You won't see us logging in.
And we eat the cheeseburger. And we drink the drink.
No, I'm lying. I love running and working out.
You do.
But I have had a couple really great personal trainers, but I just like to do it on my own.
Yeah.
Some days I just don't feel like working out. And if I
Right.
have an appointment with them, I'm like, I don't feel like I do 100%.
Yeah.
Because I just like to do what I,
You
when
know,
I want to do
sometimes
it.
though, having them be there, that's what gets you motivated. to
Which is
do-
why people do it.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Be a life coach and offer motivation and advice.
Again, absolutely not. I mean,
Or-
I offer a lot of advice.
Or just listen to us every Friday morning that starts at 5 a.m., except for when I accidentally upload it wrong and Spotify and Apple don't get it, like last week. Sorry about that.
I offer a lot of advice, but I do not say that it's life coaching. I can
always
barely
like-
follow my own rules.
I always try to be polite, like when people are like, oh, can you believe this? And blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I feel, because I learned that you just start with that. Like, I feel he sucks at being a husband, but if you're happy, I'm happy.
Not me. I'm just like, wow, that really
You
does
can
fucking
absolutely
suck.
use me as an alibi. No problem. I'm staying home tonight. So just say you're coming over. Please don't do that.
Oh God.
You can create and sell travel guides and tourist maps. Now,
That would be
good
great.
thing about that is that you could go on the trip with them.
Traveling.
You could be like, I'll show you Daytona, Florida, but you take me with you.
I will show you where all the real thotty bars are.
Yes. Yes. So, everyone, call Cass, email theclopeneffect@gmail.com if you want to go and
To
do
Daytona
that.
Beach. I will take you there.
Number 17. Launch a podcast.
All the way down
there. We're all the way down there, but that's because they hadn't heard of us yet in 2021.
I'm pretty sure
2020.
it's probably number 1 this year.
I'm going to say yes, but I have done a little bit of research and a lot of them started but did
fell off.
not continue.
Nice.
Like there's some nice.
Well, I'm like less people for us to go up against.
Nice. That was so natural.
It was completely honest.
Like, keep getting off because we want people to find us. That was awesome.
The less there
They
are
fell off.
that we have
Nice.
to compete with,
Yes.
the more likely they will find us.
That's awesome. Sorry that you failed, but not really.
Sorry, not sorry.
Oh, gosh. In 2018, 44% of Americans reported having listened to a podcast. So we got to get to that. And 57% in 2021.
Yeah.
Yeah. I believe Shopify.com.
People got bored of watching TV, I think.
Yeah.
And they get tired of commercials, just like I said last week. I'm tired of commercials.
Well, and I think a lot of people were out too. In 2020, 2020, we had nothing to do but walk the trails, walk the
Right.
roads. All the businesses were closed.
Yeah.
So you could listen to something in your headphones, in your ear pods, in your AirPods, whatever you have. I see people, with these big ones, these big
Yeah.
headphones out there.
Yeah.
And you can get outside on a trail and you can listen to things. So I
Yeah.
think that's maybe why, but I don't know. I needed some positive affirmations last week or a couple weeks ago. Just a really bad day and kind of was just doing the same thing every day for a few days in a row. So I'm like, I'm going to check out some podcasts that maybe just calmful minds or just, something to fall asleep to. And I go to look and they've after 9 months or so, they're done. Like you'll see that in the middle of 2021, I'm not sure what happened.
Really?
Is their last one.
Huh.
There's no update. So if you download the podcast, you only have that amount. Like I like to go through all of them, like
Right.
the crime ones.
Right.
I'll start from the beginning, go through all of them. But if I know that there's an ending, I almost don't start it.
Okay, that is one of my biggest struggles. So I follow a Netflix and streaming page to get ideas.
Oh,
on
yeah.
Facebook, I follow it. Because that is one of the things I have a really hard time with is when I know it's going to end, like I put off watching the last few episodes.
Makes sense.
I don't ever want it to end.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And even if it's like 2 seasons and I know they're coming out with a 3rd season, I will wait to watch the end of season 2 until like season 3 already came out and there's a couple episodes or whatever,
How do you stay away from the spoilers then? That will be out there. If something great happened on episode 3 that you haven't seen yet and there's memes out there.
So I'll put this to Ozark, right?
Oh,
Everybody's watched Ozark. I
have not.
Well, everybody but us. I just got into Ozark, and so I would see like memes, and I would see sound bites used on TikTok, but I didn't know what they were, so it didn't really spoil it for me. Like, I feel like people are very aware of not being like, oh my God, I can't believe so-and-so did this on that show.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So you'll see, like I said, memes or, whatever. But like, you're like, oh, I don't know what that is. So,
okay.
Like Ruth.
Because you haven't seen it, so you really don't know what they're laughing at or what they're sharing. Or that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah. There's so many memes of Ruth.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's so funny. And
I don't
now
even know
that
who
I've
Ruth
seen
is,
it,
but she's on Ozark.
She's on Ozark,
okay.
yeah. And now that I've seen Ozark, I'm like, now that's a funny fucking meme.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good then.
Yeah.
Where should you go on your next vacation?
Is this my quiz? Is it going to say Daytona Beach?
I hope so. We're going to find out. I did not take it.
It's going to be like, you should go to LA. No.
All right. What is your preferred climate? You can just say it. There is
warm.
I was going to say I'm tropical beach.
Yes.
Okay. It is 4 answers, but
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you'll be able to tell me.
Okay.
What should the locals be like? Quiet, farmers, calm, fun people.
Fun people.
Yeah. What kind of wildlife are you into? Reindeer, frogs, brown bears, monkeys.
They don't have pigs on there?
Oh,
Reindeer, frogs.
brown bears, monkeys.
Let's do frogs.
Yeah. Yeah. What kind of food do you like? I mean, if you ate while you were on vacation. Seafood, burgers, spicy jerk chicken.
Seafood.
Okay. Okay. Beer, Red Stripe, Budweiser, IPA, none of the above. Sapporo.
I would do Budweiser probably out of those.
Yeah, yeah.
Red Stripe is pretty strong.
Yeah. Okay. What's the budget?
Infinity.
Infinity. Expensive is fine.
Yeah.
Travel preferences. Drive, overnight flight, boat, cruise, plane. It's so far away that I have to go by plane.
Plane.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah.
Not an overnight
Do
flight.
they know I live in Illinois?
Although overnight flights aren't bad. You know, you get in, you got a whole day, but I don't know.
No, I don't like that. I want to get to where I'm going
In the morning.
and just be there, and because it's traveling stresses me. What
Yeah,
if I
a little
miss
bit.
The flight? What if this? What if my layover isn't long enough?
lately-
and I can't get to the other gate,
You get a couple little raindrops and everything gets canceled.
Yeah, yeah.
Accommodations. Hostels. Whatever is cheapest. Resort. I'll sleep in my car.
Probably a resort. Yeah.
Language barrier. No sweat. I'd love to hear some awesome new language. We all speak the same language, English or Spanish only.
We all speak the same language.
Especially when you're out, right?
And it's, I'm drunk.
Adventure time. Full resort, everything included. Scheduled fun so I can see everything. Roll the dice, baby. Walking tours and time to get lost.
Am I going to Vegas?
I don't know.
Wait, hold on. Read those.
That's a question. Adventure time. A full resort with everything included.
Full resort with
That's-
everything included.
All right.
Yeah.
Culture. Laid back, hippie culture. Artistic. Quiet. A combination of many.
Combination of many. All right. I want quiet mornings and loud nights.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's a great answer.
Yeah.
Exploring nature. Sparkling beaches is on there.
There you go.
All right. There's like mountains and stuff too, but we know that.
Nope.
Man-made wonders. Weird and bizarre. Mountains. A floating bar out in the ocean.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to read the temple one. Snack food. Fruit snacks. Potato chips.
Is fruit
That one was for you, Sam. That one was for you. It's not on there. That was for Sam. Potato chips. Anything on a stick. Spiced bun with cheddar cheese. Local cuisine.
Local cuisine.
Yeah, I do like a lot of
Yeah.
the places there. Your personality. Quiet, compassionate, open, honest, loud, and social.
Loud and social.
How long we going?
Probably like 4 days.
Yeah, a few days. Scary challenges.
No.
Hurricane, earthquakes, volcano, Zika virus.
Hurricane.
Okay.
Yep. That's probably what'll happen when
What's
I'm
your favorite James Bond movie? The
007.
World is Not Enough.
Oh.
Quantum of Solace. I've never seen any of these either. I apologize.
Come on.
Sorry, Drew. I'm saying them wrong. Skyfall, Casino Royale.
Probably Quantum of Solace.
Solace, that's how you say
Solace.
it.
Solace.
Favorite non-Bond movie? Batman Begins, Forrest Gump, The Nutty Professor, Rambo.
Wait. Nutty Professor. Okay, wait. You know what?
I was scrolling and reading at the same time.
I didn't think about the Bond movies probably have different locations in them.
Oh,
You know what I
I can
mean?
go back.
It's okay.
All
It's
right.
fine. It's fine. But I was just thinking that when you said the other one, Nutty Professor.
So are you in Gotham? Are you running a lot? Are you
Nutty
Rainbow
Professor.
Rambo or Nutty Professor?
Nutty Professor.
I was scrolling like that
snacks.
doesn't sound right.
Just give me snacks.
Music, reggae, country. Oh my God, I cannot speak ever, but definitely cannot speak tonight. Black metal, American pop songs, country or reggae.
Country.
Ooh. I would have guessed reggae for you.
Really?
Yeah, I would have. I feel like you would like island, you'd like that. I don't know.
I mean, I've been to
learn something new every day.
I've never been to Jamaica.
Favorites locations. Winterfell, King's Landing, Bravos, Essos. I guess this is Game of Thrones, maybe?
I have no idea. Does it show pictures?
It's only one picture with castles.
I just randomly pick one.
I'm going to go with definitely not winter. How about
Yeah.
King's Landing?
Okay.
Okay, I'm probably totally wrong.
That's fine.
What's your favorite color? Green, blue, brown, white.
Blue.
Blue. Oh, how many questions? Goodness. The price of an item. You already said. Doesn't matter.
I see it. I like it. I want it. I got it.
Okay, so what religion interests you the most?
None
There's
of the
none.
above.
Yeah. Buddhism, Christianity, mythology.
Probably mythology.
All right, we'll go with that. Best non-alcoholic beverage, which doesn't exist
Water.
on vacation. We'll go with coconut water.
You gotta
What do you
rehydrate.
value most? Family and friends, renewable energy, being kind and considerate to others, freedom and liberty.
Family and friends.
All right. Gosh, how many questions? Where are
Why?
you going?
Where is it going?
Where
It
are you
turned-
going?
It turned
personal.
religious.
Yeah, it turned personal. All right, history. I care more about the here and now. I love ancient history because there's a lot of places
You
in this
are on a
in the
list
country.
now.
Yeah, I know. Past, present, future, or history crosses between continents. See, it wants to. Is it sending you across or is it keeping you here in the States? That's what it's doing. I think we'll find out. You care more about the here and now?
What was the question?
History. History.
I don't care about history. It's gone, baby. You can't go back.
That's true. Favorite TV show?
What's my options?
Ozark? No, I'm kidding. Lost, Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad, Scrubs.
Scrubs.
Okay. Now, see, I wonder why it's asking that. Lost would be an island.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones would be
Ireland or something.
okay.
Scotland.
Breaking Bad would be Chicago.
desert.
Oh, the desert? I don't know. I don't know any of these.
And then Scrubs,
And Scrubs
is
would
a
be in.
hospital?
All right. So you want to go to a hospital. All right. All right.
You got to make it memorable.
How do you party? It's all about love. Shots. I'm always the one bringing food. A little distance at first, but then the conversations come around.
She's like, shots.
Shots. Question 30, folks. Wholly extended episode. Your vacation dream job.
No, why do I have to have a job?
You want to be a fisherman?
Yes.
When's your bedtime?
Never.
Never.
Whenever I pass out.
Pick a sport. Soccer, running,
Does it have volleyball?
football. Now,
Soccer, running,
football
football.
or Muay Thai. Muay Thai. Muaythai.
Muay Thai.
Muay Thai.
We'll do that.
Okay.
That's
'Cause you
like
just know it sounds
kickboxing.
like, okay. Favorite leisure activities, lounging on the beach. Okay, we've already said that. Souvenirs, aloha shirt. Okay, we've already said that. She's on the beach.
But
where do you prefer the shop? It's pictures of people at Walmart.
We're confusing.
We are confusing it.
It's like, wait a minute. You want to be a fisherman, but you don't want a job?
Maybe that's why he keeps asking us questions. Because it's like, where the hell am I taking this person?
They're like, wait, scrubs and the beach?
Oh my gosh. This is crazy. See your result. You're going to Jamaica.
I'd take that. I've never been there before.
That's the best they could come up with.
But I didn't even pick reggae.
I was kind of hoping for Aruba because you mentioned going there.
That would be so great.
And then I was hoping they would just keep it within the 50 states. But there you go. You're going to Jamaica, I guess.
I could handle Jamaica.
All right. That was super fun. So we learned about businesses. We know where you're going on vacation.
Yes.
Don't follow her there, folks.
I'm going to Jamaica.
Quote, Jamaica.
I think everybody knows where I go on vacation by now.
I know, but we're not going to mention it. So have a safe trip. And thanks, everybody, for listening.
I really need to use my new chapstick.
Yeah, do it. We have chapsticks now. Go to Zazzle and buy our stuff.
It's Zazzle Dazzle.
Zazzle Dazzle.
Thanks to Megan. Thanks, Megan. Zazzle Dazzle.
Have a good Friday, everybody. We'll talk to you next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Is it good? Vanilla, right?
Yep.
This podcast is brought to you by NameTag Productions, LLC. Entire podcast, unless otherwise stated, written by the hosts. Drums, written and performed by my son, Steven. The Clopen Effect, a retail podcast. If we have to be all in this together, we might as well make it fun.